What up? How you doing? Hey Cheryl, how you doing? Bless me, thank you. Nah, Keisha not with me tonight. That's why the title. It's been a long time and it's still gonna be a long time. Cause ooh, you good? That sound like that's painful. Uh Keisha avoided her last set of spine shots. So I know it's painful. Man, hey, man, I was talking to my sister. What up, Melissa? I was talking to my sister, and it just be funny to me. What up, Janelle? I don't know if this, yeah, this is data because last time she got them, I had to sit there with her. I'm good. What up, ENJ? How are you? I'm good, thank you. I'll tell her. And cause last time she got the spine shots, I had to drop her off, and I had to stay with her. To me, they did that to make sure she had somebody to bring her home. And I'm like, why wouldn't I bring her back home? And shit, I hope I don't get to that because I was thinking about that about my shoulder. I was like, if they got to give me shots in my shoulder for me to be able to like move my shoulder and shit. What up, Jay Allison? What up, Gloria York? I'm feeling okay. And I was like, if they have to give me shots in my shoulder for me to be able to get my dexterity and stuff back, I don't know if I want that. Cause I know one is gonna be painful. Two, I know they're gonna use a big fucking needle. And see, and I don't know if I want that. Then how long you down with for the pain? Whoa. From the pain of the shot and all that. See, I don't know if I want to deal with all that. But Keisha told me something today that kind of pissed me off. And I wanted to just reach out and choke her. Uh, I really don't have a problem with needles. My only problem with needles are piercing needles. And what I mean by that is needles that have to go in me. like like tattoos, no problem. Uh but as far as big needles that have to go in me, I have a problem with that. Like I had to go to the lab earlier this week. And instead of these fuckers just looking for a vein, they always choose the easiest one they can find, which is my hand. And when I went there, he was like, have they ever gone in your hand? I was like, come on, bro, for real. And you can like see some of the scar marks from them going in my hand and shit. Like, why play that game? And it looked like they always use the biggest damn needle they could find. That shit hurt going in your hand. But when you get a good tech, that is a blessing. What up, Kenola? How you doing? And the reason I say it's a blessing is because soon as they put that needle in, they hit the vein like they supposed to. The motherfucker swell up, the blood get right there in the thing, and they just pop that thing in there, and they don't have to move the needle around in your hand for the blood to flow. But Lord, fuck around and get a bad fucking phlebotomist. Yeah, it's easy to say all that shit, but when you are in a rush or you're trying to do other shit and that shit's holding you up, or they done stuck you 2 or 3 times already and ain't get shit, fuck that. Yeah, bitch, just go in my hand and get it over with. Yeah, it hurt in the hand. It really does. Like, ain't no meat there, ain't no fat there. Not in my hands, anyway. Keisha always like to tell me I got a third grade hands because they're small. And when they put that needle in there, that shit hurts. No, I'm a hard stick. I have always been a hard stick. Even from a child, I have been a hard stick. So me knowing this, I don't bullshit with them. Then after being used like a pin cushion and they still can't find the vein, or they done put it up in your arm and they just moving the needle around hoping to hit the vein. Man, fuck that. Just go ahead. Look, go right there. It's right there in my hand. Go right there. Fuck all that. But yeah, drawing blood from your hand does hurt. I have that's like when I was hospitalized, they had done blew all my veins in my arms, so to speak. So where they put the fucking shit down in my neck. Now that shit that was scary because they bring in a machine to help them really know where the vein at, and it's a big machine. And once and while they're doing that procedure of putting a cord in your neck, you cannot move at all. And but the thing about that is, once they put it in your neck, then you set. They don't have to stab you no more while you're in the hospital, cause that cord or however the uh the thing that they put in your neck is is one for your medicine, is one for them to draw blood, and is one for something else. I guess maybe if they had to feed you or something. No, because the one to feed you would be in your stomach. I don't know, but they have 3 prongs on it. But I know that's what they was using it for my medicine and to draw blood. And I remember the last time I was in the hospital, and I knew the heifer draw blood from. I had to tell her. I had to tell her while I was asleep, go to the hand, cause my arm was stretched out like that. My hand was in a fist. What up, lady? And see, I'm good. And they had a band-aid on it, so I know they had to have drawn it from my hand while I was asleep. But yeah, when they put that catheter thing in there, you ain't got to worry about that no more. And the thing about the catheter thing is though, they put a little incision in your neck. Yeah, it's a pick line. Right, that's what it is. Right, in the artery. And they tell you do not move at all. And they really was trying to decide, did they really need the pick line? I was like, yeah, bitches, go look again and whatever y'all do. But they was like, no, because they had I know they had blew a couple of veins because I had started to get like my hand. When they blew the one in my hand was so big. It was like I was nervous. There was like, oh, there's no need to be nervous just yet. And I was like, no, bitch, I'm not supposed to have no swelling. And I was like, take that shit out. And then they went to my arm, and that one blew. And then they went to my other arm, and that one blew because they said I was moving too much. I was like, y'all bitches, make up your fucking minds. What makes them decide is if your veins keep blowing on them, and they can't get no a needle in there to give you what they need to give you intravenously. So they put the pick line in. Like if your vein keep blowing to where they can't put the pick in, well, the just the regular IV, or if you move and there's a sensitive spot and the IV ain't working for them no more or whatnot, you know. Cause I was like, can't y'all bitches go in my foot? They was like, yeah, but you gotta walk and this, that, and the other. I say, well, what about some of them veins in my legs or whatever? They was like, no, because you gotta move your legs and whatnot. I was like, y'all bitches coming up with more excuses than I'm coming up with solutions. And it was like, uh, we just think the best, we're gonna put the line in your neck and call it a day. Um, and you know what was my my factor that made me say, you know what, go ahead on, put that bitch in there. They say, well, we have to be able to administer you all these drugs before we can even consider sending you home. I went, yeah, go ahead on right there. I'm gonna be still. Go ahead. And they came in and they did the shit. And I was like, all right. What up, Janetta? That might be why, because I was dehydrated. Oh Lord, you saying they do when they do the pick, they bring the sonogram in so that they could look at your veins. Like I said, they look to see if there's any more options before they really do the pick. And They really do look for other options. But it is what it is sometimes, you know. And I was like, "She, what up, Nalu, Nalu LB?" They was looking for other options. Yeah, the pick is last option. Yeah, the pick is last option because they was like it just could mess around and ABCXYZ, and it was explaining all the difficulties and stuff. I do still have curls. They're just lower and in different places. I was looking at my haircut today in the mirror when I was brushing it, and I was like, this old son of a bitch really was blind. Not knocking his age or nothing, but if you look here, you see nothing. But if I turn this way, you can see the curls and stuff that he didn't cut. I was like, what was he doing? I I'm sitting up there. I was talking to Keisha. It's been days, and I'm still mad at my barber because, you know, all this shit could simply be resolved if her cheap ass just buy fucking cards. You know how cheap cards are? You could get like 1,000 cards for $10, and that heifer don't have no fucking cards. Like, bitch, this is like 2021. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck. I started to be like, fuck, even my little 5-year old who ain't shit got a fucking card. He ain't got no job. We don't work nowhere. Even though he don't have a card. I'm just saying. You know, business cards are so cheap. You ain't even gotta go to Vista Print no more. You could go right there to Kinko's, man. Fuck. Okay. Even if you don't do the card, how hard is it to buy a pack of index cards and a pen and be able to write your number and shit down for people when they come? If even that, she didn't even have that shit. I was like, you motherfuckers need to get more business savvy. Yeah, the fucking index card. No need to be about the bullshit. Fuck. And she talking about you could get the number from off the building. Bitch, really? Or you could look it up. The name of the barbershop is BB. I still don't know the name of the barbershop. Been there a few times. Still don't know the name. Only Ray, I know where it's at. That's how I know. And I was like, wow. I kept right. And I'm saying that, but I think they don't use her. What else, sweetie? They don't use her as a barber per se. She's like she cuts hair, but is in the Wynwood Mall. You in Dallas? But they use her to give the old men dye jobs and to do the Jerry curls and to do the beauty school part of their barbershop. And I used to go to a barber shop down the street, but thanks, Nalu. Um, I used to go to the barber shop down the street, but she don't really know how to cut curly hair. And I really think there's a lot of barbers that I run across that just really can only do one kind of. She does rent a chair. You're in Lancaster, but born and raised in West Dallas. Okay. Hell no, West Dallas too dry. Like the area of West Dallas I would want to move in, it's too dry. What I mean is there's not really a bus line. There is a bus line, but they far and few apart and shit like that. Because I want to move over there off of where's Keisha? She sleep. Like I said, we've been running all week, and it done finally big Keisha in her ass. She laying down, and right, but Lancaster don't even have a bus line, and oh, as I was saying, she obviously must make money somewhere else. Cause tell you the truth, she look like she works on the pole. No word to lie. That's her look. She look like she work on a pole. Like this Barbary shit is a just a little extra change job. And you tired but not sleepy. Yeah, I hate that shit too. When you be tired but you're not sleepy, like bitch, I need me a good sleep. Oh well, not today, ho. That's what I be telling Keisha. I be like, bitch, you's a devil motherfucker. See, when she want her sleep and whatnot, I leave her alone. It be the perfect conditions she need to go to sleep in. I don't fuck with her. The moment I go to sleep, this bitch won't put on a King of Queens. Now, bitch, you know I detest that bitch, Carrie. You know when I hear a fucked up episode of this bitch, I'm woke. Why do that shit to me? And what up, Fifi? How you? And the same thing with Ray and Deborah. I saw an episode today of Everybody That Loves Raymond that made me remember why I don't like the show Everybody Loves Raymond. Because Deborah and Kerry, they are some nagging bitches. And I hate nagging bitches. They nagging and they bullying type bitches. And I just can't stand that shit. Like, bitch, the man go to work, he take care of your ass and whatnot, and he do what needs to be done, and even sometimes a little extra. And you bitches just, oh, that's not good enough, bitch. You're gonna do just what the fuck I want you to do. You know, like, bitch, sit your bitch ass down. Like, we already taking care of your fucking daddy. You got nothing but bad shit coming out your mouth about my fucking parents. But your fucking daddy lives with us. And anything your daddy won't, you make fucking Doug. You make Doug do everything for your fucking daddy 9 out of 10. Yeah, Deborah needed a backhand. When Arthur got sick, Doug had to be the one to clean his ass up and give him a bath because I can't give my daddy a bath. I'm his daughter. Bitch, please. That's your motherfucking daddy. You know, she wanted to go out and party. Oh, Doug, we can't leave Dad here alone. Won't you take him with you? Well, bitch, you need to set up some more shit for him to do. She wanted him to go to the fucking old folks home to do the celebrations or whatever. Doug the motherfucking chauffeur do. Then you get mad because your fucking grown ass daddy decided he didn't want to do that shit, but you felt like Doug should have fucking kept up with your daddy and made him do what you want him to do. What the fuck? I just detest Carrie. And you know what's the fucked up part about all that shit? I think she do that shit because she know I like Leah Remini, the actress. What up, Elaine? How you doing? All is well. Oh, thanks for the love. Uh, right. Then she that's like I was telling my sister earlier today because the episode just so happened to be on because she was recording it and it changed to that channel and I couldn't change the channel. And it was the episode where she was mad at Doug because he didn't want to be a manager. All he wanted to do was be a driver. And I'm like, bitch, if his driving has carried y'all this far and thus long, why the fuck are you bitching about what job he does? Fuck, bitch, you lucky he got a job, you know? And he's willing to go to this job to take care of you and your fucking daddy. Just, oh. And ought to be doing Doug some fucked up shit. See all that drugging him and shit like that? That old bitch would have been out my motherfucking house. And no word of lie, no qualms about it. No. Put his ass in a home. Right, sweet D. That one was on a couple of a week ago. When she pushed him down the steps. Right. That shit was fucking that fucking shit was funny as fuck to me. Because even Arthur was like, look here, little girl, I'm afraid of you. Because I done a lot of fucked up shit. I done pushed a lot of people down the steps. But I always admitted I did it. Oh, thanks, Elaine. I hope you get better. Yes, God is good. And this mug, now when Arthur could come at you like that and say that, because Arthur's a really fucked up ass man. Like, how the fuck you want to sue Charlie Brown because the character wearing the same clothes you used to wear when you was a child? Talking about he stole my life. Oh, they say if I don't like this deodorant, they'll give me another ball. Won't you go ahead on and take care of that for me? I was like, this man does a lot of fucked up shit. But when he come at you and be like, say that was fucked up, you know you done fucked up. And Kerry was like, I didn't do anything. Right, he is. But when he can tell you, hey, bro, that's some pretty fucked up shit, it's like, maybe that was fucked up for me, you know? Because that's just like they brought all that gym equipment from Lou Ferrigno. Cost them, they never really said how much it cost them, but it was an exercise bike. It was one of those big weight machine things that you find at the gym, and it was something else. This motherfucker gonna take that shit, get rid of it, so he could put a lifetime of rice aroni in their motherfucking garage. Now, help me make sense of this. Their garage is detached. It looked like there's a hole in it a few places. Now you got rid of my shit to put a lifetime of rice aroni in this shit when the fucking rodents are gonna be coming in, eating this lifetime supply of fucking rice aroni. I was like, he got to go. He got to fucking go. And in the episode of Everybody That Loves Raymond, that made me realize that I did not like Deborah, and why I didn't like, because I was talking to Keisha and I told her, I said the only people I like on Everybody Loves Raymond is Demar and the Paul. Because he tell it like it is, and that bitch is in everybody's business. Yeah, but you putting it in a garage. You're not even putting it in nothing to keep it safe. It's like a few pallets of rice aroni. You know the rats gonna get into that shit. They're gonna break in and they're gonna be eating their ass off some rice aroni. But the episode what it was he told Deborah, he was like, I remember when I was a kid and we had a rabbit, and it used to just be a nasty, smelly rabbit. And one night I saw my daddy. Deborah wasn't mean to his brother. You didn't watch that show like that. You didn't pay attention like that. Deborah was not mean to Ray. I mean to Robert, because she used Robert to get to Ray, and that was another thing I did not like about Deborah. Because she always knew they had that beef, that sibling rivalry. That Robert always had that sibling rivalry, and so did Ray. She would use him to fuck with Ray. And that was some fucked up shit. Right, sweetie? Deborah loved Robert. If she didn't love nobody in his family, she loved Robert. And back to what I was saying, he was talking to her about their rabbit, and she was like, we never liked the rabbit and whatever. But I one night I snuck out of bed and Dad was playing with the rabbit. And he was showing it affection, and he was singing to it, and he gave it a kiss. And she was like, you need to tell your father you saw him do that. And he was like, no, why should I do that? What up, 951? How you doing? And she was like, no, you don't know my father. He don't need to know I saw that. I don't need to throw that in his face that I saw that going on with him. Oh, you need to tell your daddy. You need to let him know. Oh, blessed as well. I'm finding you. And she was like, you need to let him know that you've seen a soft, sensitive side of him. So the next, he's like, no, because it's not going to help nothing. And she just, yeah, you need to tell him. You need to tell him. And she bullied him till he said, I'll tell him. So the next day or whatever, when the father did come over, he was like, they was sitting there, he was eating something and they was eating cereal or something. He came up in there, she started beating on Raymond. And Ray like, fuck you. And he's still talking to his daddy. Then this bitch beat him with the Hey, you woke? Hey, boy, you woke? Yeah, I'm up. No, I asked that because it sounded like you was snoring or wheezing. I ain't know what the fuck that was. Um, so when he ignored her, this hoe starts to beat him with the cereal box. Yeah, I did cut it. Man, if you would have seen how big that fro was, and I picked it out, but I didn't pick it out like that. I had just like combed it through with the pick. And when man, that motherfucker was off the chain. It was huge. I was almost back to where I was before I cut his shit. And so she beating him with the cereal box and shit like that. So Rich is like, fuck it, all right. And he told his daddy, and his daddy talking about, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I didn't like that rabbit. I was just doing that because I was cleaning his cage no, Dad, you was. And so Frank really got pissed off, and he didn't fuck with Rick for a while behind that incident. And Ray said, see, I told you this was gonna happen, but you had to make me tell him. Then the whole family got in on fucking with Frank about the rabbit. And he was like, you brought that up, you little bitch. And even his friends got in on it. And the shit all started because of fucking Deborah. I was like, shit. Or when she wanted him to always take the twins. Or they had one episode when she was a true bitch to him the whole episode. And he was like, it must be her menopause or whatever. No, it ain't menopause, bitch. I'm just sick of you. Excuse me, bitch. You stay home all day with these kids. You don't clean up. You don't cook. Like I was like, he been with this bitch for 10 years and she still can't cook. This bitch must be dumb as fuck. Or the next option is she just don't care. Yeah, I cut it. But see, he didn't know my head. Then like I said, his glasses was thicker than my bad pair of glasses. And yeah, I think he the one that they just give an honorary chair to because he been cutting since the 70s. Look Dominican. Man, y'all tripping. That's like yesterday, Keisha was clowning with one of her friends. Uh when she made him that lemon chicken. Look, I don't remember that one, but I remember it somewhat. But regardless of how it go, Deborah had been with Ray long enough to learn how to cook. Right, Janelle, he should be sweeping. Uh and I don't even know why they even really give him a chair. But I guess if he pay his rates, he might get some old men in there that get in his chair. And I was like, all right. But I'm saying that shit. But no word of lie. The barber that I normally go to, I don't know what's I guess she wear the glasses so she can see I don't know if she's. I'm gonna ask her next time I go to her. What's up? What's up with them fucking glasses? Because no word of lie. Well, I do have allergies. I'm good. But I'm gonna ask her what the fuck up with them glasses. Cause no word of lie, her glasses look like she got two fucking magnifying glasses on her face. Right. Oh no, give it a minute. Uh YouTube has a thing. It likes to let me go for about 50 minutes or so. And then it starts with this bullshit. And but yeah, I don't think they up like that. You know why I think I be getting that buffering? Because Curtis being there on that fucking game. And that game take a lot of fucking data. I don't know what the fuck he be doing or how he be playing it. Or if he playing a download game or online game. He be playing online. That's what it is. And that take a lot of data. And I be like, put your controller down. Thing that kills me about no, he ain't online. I think Curtis is asleep. And I was like, wow. He right. When he up, I think he on the game online. But right, even when Keisha not in here, she's online because 9 out of 10 she in the chat. Yeah, right. When you playing online, it slows down. And I don't know, we up in here, they talking about oh what's good to watch, this, that, and the other. And thanks, Cheryl. But I was like, shit. Ain't no ain't none of that game shit. Curtis be the only one up in here. Well, me and Curtis. Curtis and I, we be the only ones up in here a lot of late nights. And I be like, that's your perfect time to be doing your game shit. And he like, nah, excuse. But I woke up this morning at 4:50 because get down and all that shit. I don't know what the fuck he was playing. And his thing is he want to play his shit loud. And I be like, bruh, nobody really wants to hear that shit. And he be like, okay, I'm gonna turn it down all snotty and shit. But the thing that kills me is if you got several pair of headphones, what's wrong with that? And fuck that, I need to hear it around the room shit. Yeah, it was 4:50 in the morning, like that's and this motherfucker got the shit doo fighting and shit, shooting. I was like, bruh, you act like we live in one of them swanky neighborhoods where shooting might not happen at this time of night. But you know we do. Why are you playing that shit loud like that? Like fuck. Bitch, be considerate of the rest of us. Now I know that's a lie. Wow. Yeah, good night, Elaine. Thanks for stopping by. You be blessed. Enjoy your weekend. Much love and blessings your way as well. I I put the little thing on my finger because when I went to my pulmonologist, the her nurse, I guess, or whoever she was, and when I went to the sleep study, I was putting this on my finger every now and then or whatever, whatever. But it was like maybe you might want to monitor that more and whatnot, whatnot. And I was like, okay, bitches. But they don't know. I do research on myself. Like I don't need your help. Like I research myself. Only thing is I don't have the labs to draw blood and do shit like that. But when I went to the study, they was like, "Oh well, you just this that and another." I don't know why they call it a sleep study, and they constantly wake you up all fucking night. How do you want me? How can you study me sleeping if you're gonna constantly wake me up? And if you can do it in an hour, why the fuck do I have to spend the night? You know? But when I went to my pulmonologist, she was like, "Oh, I bet you had you some good sleep." Uh, it depends, but it's not every time. Like I have a cup of ice water right here, and if I drink that, I'm going to be coughing. And it's not every time, but it's often enough. And that's what I was telling Keisha and my doctor. Like I try to do what I could do as far as eating goes because sometimes I feel like eating, sometimes I don't. Then sometimes when I eat, I I get to coughing so much that it comes up, and then I be like, "Ain't this a bitch?" Like what the fuck I ate for? And but that's like I had one of them protein shakes the other day. Say, hey, what you over there doing? What you watching? Your ass over there jerking and shaking and shit. What you watching? What's that? Oh wait, DC on Fly Carlos Man and Chico Beans. Okay, whatever. That's a video. No, it's on YouTube. And my Neo is popping. No, I don't have a mask yet. Uh, they have. I don't understand where I went to the doctor at. Well, let me not fucking talk about it. Remove that. Because it took me since 2016 to get the sleep study. Uh, black seed oil and sea moss gel. How you take that? And no, you saying that, but look, uh, I went to the doctor last month. Remember, I went 3 days in a row. Well, beginning of this month, and she gave me some some syrup. Uh, she gave me the Mucinex basically with codeine, and I kid you not, that shit made me feel so funny internally to where I stopped taking the shit. You know, it's not that I was paranoid or anything. It's just I don't know. But I asked my pulmonologist about it because she never would have prescribed that to me. uh and she was like, she would have never prescribed that to me. So I asked her when I saw her today, does that sound like a good option for me to take? And the first person I asked that, they said, "Why, you got a problem with codeine?" And I was like, "Was that a junkie joke or some shit? Or are they asking me, am I allergic to it or something?" And then who I asked that to? Who did I ask that to? Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Like I told my children, I research everything. There you go. Oh, we do all that shit too. If I show you my books, I kid you not, I've had those books several times, and I've had to replace them uh, a few times. But they're like Bibles as far as health and shit go that I have, and because I'm not really into pharmaceuticals because once I OD'd and whatnot, I was like, I'm sure I can OD. What up, Teen is so blessed? I'm sure I can OD on some of that other shit now and whatnot, but it was just too easy to OD on the pharmaceuticals, and the pharmaceuticals fuck me off. Like if I take codeine long enough, or if I take what is them? I'm just constipated, and that's part of why I don't fuck with certain pharmaceuticals. Wow. And I know messing with the herbs and the natural, you have to be careful and tiptoe around it because I personally think uh, My brother fucked with the shit and made his woman sterile. Even if I was her, I would not have wanted a child with my brother. And that's part of why I did not decide to have children. I like my genetics are fucked up. Like my brother and one of my cousins. Well, my brother and one of my